reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network.
It's a sexy lady who walks around without being shady, who knows her values, who's gone through trials. Her smiles are captured from mouth to mouth. It's not the size of her thighs she worries about, but the pride she thrives to keep that drive. That cinnamon twist. That cinnamon twist. That cinnamon twist. Ladies, can you feel me? That cinnamon twist. That cinnamon twist. That cinnamon twist.
Hey, it is your girl Tasha, known to the world as Tasha Carpenter, but everybody calls me your girl Tasha because when you hang with me, what? It is like you are hanging with your girl, and you know my favorite word is being authentically, is BAM, because I'm always being authentically me, and I'm about to be real authentic. All that coughing you guys heard during the opening when the mics were open while the intro was on, was that one right over there. Right over there. Y'all know how I do. Yes. That coughing and clearing the throat. He nervous. He is so nervous. He looks sharp, but he's nervous. But look, guys, some of you saw the advertisement on my Facebook page today. These gentlemen told me they were going to take your girl Tasha back to elementary school. And they was going to break down the industry of Forex for me where I could understand it. And a lot of you guys actually put some comments on there and you were very interested because you're just like me. You said, I don't know anything. So I'm going to let these gentlemen, after you share and invite, you know it's free, share and invite, introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about them individually as people, and then we're going to get into taking your girl Tasha back to elementary school.
Absolutely. My name is David Morris. I'm actually now doing Forex trading full-time. Before then, I actually was in the medical field, was a medical manager, dealt with various clinics, dealing with men with erectile dysfunction. And I'm going to share with you guys about how to actually get off the job within a year or two by learning the skill.
Awesome. I'm Simon Pipkin. Matter of fact, I'm new here to this city, the DMV. Here from Chicago by way of Dallas, Texas. I've worked in corporate America for a number of years until I had someone come to me and talk to me about, it's time to let your money work for you and stop working for the money. So once I understood the concept of having residual income and understanding putting my money to work, then I became an entrepreneur. Over 15 years ago. And after that, I just really decided I was going to really focus my attention on putting my money to work and me do less work.
All right, now, so you said you usually deal with helping people with erectile dysfunction.
Absolutely.
I'm not even going to get into that whole thing. I'm not going to get into that. I think that I'm going to get more into 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, definitely. With me, when I was introduced to this opportunity, probably about 5 years ago, one of my patients told me opportunity to retire and the fact that I was working too hard at the job, and he told me that he was a Forex trader. He said, listen, this is an opportunity for you to actually retire in a year or two. I didn't believe him, okay? I was very optimistic about it. At the time, what he told me is that you had to have $3 million net worth and start your trading account with $100,000. Being how I am, I tried to act cool and act like, hey, yeah, it's definitely something I'm considering. What does people do when they're not really considering it? They say, listen, I got to talk to my spouse, okay? That same guy came back probably about a year and a half ago and introduced me to it again and said, listen, David, you don't have to have those stipulations anymore, okay? I was really intrigued at the time. I did my research on foreign exchange and found out that it was a $5.3 trillion industry daily that's traded, okay? I was really excited about that. What I did not know is that these classes they have out here, which online trading courses and market trader institution, it carries a overhead of 10 to 15 to all the way up to $20 to $30,000 just for the education, okay? And I knew that I wasn't willing to actually pay that amount because I didn't know whether it was going to work or not for me. what I did after that, I got introduced to the opportunity we're going to talk about here today with a company, IML Mastery, and it's a more economical way to actually learn the skill. I learned the skill, and now I do it full time.
Somebody said, "Homeboy Chicago is in the house. How you doing?" let me talk about it. Thank you for sharing Chicago too, Terrence Coleman. I appreciate you. Everybody who's sharing, remember, drop it down. Okay, so we said we got to go down. What some people don't even know, what is Forex?
Absolutely.
So Forex is short for the abbreviation of foreign exchange. Now, foreign exchange is the reason why they call it Forex because it's in the four corners of the world, meaning it's operated throughout the entire world. So for most of you who say, I've never heard of Forex, I've never heard of foreign exchange, I guarantee you, once I tell you this statement, you'll say, oh, I've seen it. You see it in your banks where you see all the different currencies trading at the time. And you also see when you go to the airport. When you go to the airport, you see all those booths that say exchange your currency here. So what you have there, you have to exchange your currency. If you're going out of the country, exchange your currency for that country's currency in order to participate in that country. Because some countries do not accept certain currencies. So what you have to do now is exchange that currency for your currency in order to participate. So what we've learned how to do is do it via smartphone, via your iPad or any smartphone device you have. You actually have the ability to trade foreign currency from that device.
Okay, and you talking about how much money? Because some people, I'm not about losing money.
Absolutely.
So I'm very skeptical of Forex. I'm skeptical of that Bitcoin crap and all the other stuff too. So what is it that you guys can tell me to make me feel like I'm going to see? I'll go to a casino.
Sure.
And a matter of fact, I went to Horseshoe over the weekend. I said I'm gonna do $140. I hit for $200. I came on home. You know, I'm willing to do that, but the type of hits that I hear some people who have been doing Forex, I mean, they're losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and the average person doesn't have that to do.
I agree with that, and the great thing about that was a good statement you made. What I would say is that the people that are losing thousands of dollars is because they're not disciplined in setting a trading goal when you first come in. So what we do, once everyone comes in, we give them a trading goal, a trading plan, okay? What we generally do, we say 3 to 4 successful trades a day. And in the market, we only try to get pips. Pips is a percentage. I generally say in layman's terms, what a pip is, it's a percentage of the candle, okay? So we're not trying to be in the market very long, okay, at all. So I would say our success...
What is a candle?
A candle is basically...
I know you're not talking about the one that we make the house
No,
smell
absolutely
good.
not. No.
Okay, all right.
So we're talking
Here
about...
we go. Already,
absolutely.
guys.
We're talking about a regular candle. As far as if you look at any... you can actually download MetaTrader 4, okay? And that's a trading platform. And on the trading platform, you're going to see what a candle. A candle is just a regular candle, like, what do you call it, a chart? If you're looking at a chart, you're going to see on a candle on a chart. How would you explain a candle, essentially?
So in terms of trading, you'll see a markup of a chart. And you've seen those green and red arrows going up and down. So each independent arrow is considered a candle. And how they measure it is what they call a candle is based on a time frame. And you can have the ability to look at the market through time frames. And a time frame, each candle, you can do either hour time frame, which indicates what's taking place over that hour with that candle. Or if you want to know what's taking place over the last 4 hours, you look at that, put on a chart of a 4-hour time frame, and it just gives you the indication of what's taking place within that time slot. So that's what a candle is in terms of trading. They call it candles, and then at the end of it, you see a long stem on each side of it. That's called a wick. And if you look at a home candle, you have a candle base and you have a wick. And what we talk about is really having to understand the base of the candle and understand what the wick is as well.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
It still don't make no sense to me, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing is that...
sound like I got to be near the phone all the time to make sure I'm not losing my money because the candle might blow out or something.
Not at all. What we do...
Does that represent your money blowing out?
No. So absolutely not. So
drop y'all questions.
It's the candle, how the candle fluctuates up and down. The more the candle, the body of the candle you get, that's the more money you make. And so
Okay.
we actually, it's something called the Hakanachis, where you can turn the candle into another form of the candle, so it actually can get all the noise out of the market, so you can
He even
understand
smiling on
which
that.
way the market actually goes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's pretty
Walk
much
me through it. Go ahead.
okay.
Where are you taking me to next?
So,
How long have y'all guys been doing this yourselves?
Me personally, I've been doing it for a year and a half now.
A year and a half.
I'm almost a year and a half going into my second year.
Okay.
But I can tell you, let me back up a little bit. When I talk about trading, when you think about Forex, most people think when we hear the word trading, they think about stocks. We're not trading stocks at all. Stocks is based on a performance and projection of companies. Trading currency is based on the market moving at this very moment right now. The market fluctuates up and down, very fast, and so trading currency is a lot faster movement. So when Mr. Morris here was talking about pips, and in terms of what that means, so it's percentage in process in terms of each candle. And that gives you the percentage of the movement. And once you see the movement of the candles, you know when and whether to get out of a trade. Now, I'm going to go back when you said you was at the casino. And I think the first thing you had was a plan. You said $140. You used that $140 and you made more money. So we try to separate gambling in the market than trading in the market. Trade is when you educate and you know when to place a trade. Gambling is saying I'm just throwing a dart in the night, hoping that it hits the bullseye. We're talking about starting a trading account with anywhere from $200, no more than $500, because now what it puts you in a position to do is to have discipline. And the reason why I say $200 to $500, because if you start your account with $5,000 and you have a bad day, you still have a lot more money to make up. But with a small account of $200 to $500, now you have to be disciplined. And if you understand, trading, the number one thing you have to have is discipline, and you have to be patient. Once you let the market come to you instead of you go to the market, you have a higher success rate of trading and winning, because it's not gambling when you know the candles and the movement. Now, David has been an expert in drawing up charts and understanding support and resistance. And
Where's my chart at? That's all I'm saying. I'm looking for some diagrams.
Yeah,
When I was in
absolutely.
elementary school, I'm used to seeing people coming on here. Where my diagram at?
Well, I mean, the biggest, I guess
I
we
can
put
get
it.
you a piece of paper.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Get you
Let's do it.
a control room. Can y'all bring me a piece of paper
Let's
and a
do it.
Sharpie if you got one?
Absolutely.
But go ahead and
Yes.
talk.
So the great thing about trading and what I've learned through the education platform, it teaches you the basics of the basic terminology of what a pip is, what a lot size is, which is foreign to a lot of people, which it was foreign to me in the beginning.
Absolutely.
What I would say is that it's not hard at all. It's just something that's new as far as learning, the realm of trading itself, okay? It's just like going to school. You go to school, you're learning different lessons and that sort of thing. Over a period of time, it's going to be a lot easier once we show you and educate you on how to actually do it and trade as well.
Okay, guys. So look, your girl Tasha. I could care less. Y'all can act like I'm on the short bus,
Yeah.
all right? But y'all go ahead and call in, because I know some of y'all got some short bus questions too.
Absolutely.
The number is 301-429-9247. Again, that's 301-429-9247. You talk about being educated. As far as if you get into this and you go through whatever type of education process you guys have, do you have to have any kind of prerequisites? Should this be a person that has a college education that comes in to learn this, or what? Because your girl Tasha, she's straight Crossland High School, 1989, proud of it. But tell me what's required. What's the prerequisite to do
Absolutely.
this? Besides being disciplined.
Sure.
I got that one.
Yeah.
discipline.
Yeah.
Oh, I think one of the first things is being willing. And I can go back to a lot of things that made me make my decision on becoming an entrepreneur. But one of the things is being willing. And I think having a job is great, but I think to this day and time it's very risky to only have a job. So we use this as a part-time platform. And I say if you can really look at this, and I know this can kind of be a little tough for some people, but
Diane,
if
I'm
you can
glad
really
you're on the short
if you can
bus
really
with me.
think about going back to school and starting the education, it's really understanding that you really have to study. Once you study this and you have some of the leaders like Mr. Morris that'll walk you through it and by hand in hand, then that helps out a lot. But you really have to know that you're going to go into this like you're taking a course, and you want to spend about an hour a day, 5 days a week and really engulf yourself into the education so you can really understand the terminology. Because what David and I saw a couple of years ago, I knew absolutely nothing. And I had friends that were telling me, man, you'll learn it. And I had looked at charts. I said, man, there's no way I'll be able to learn that. But over a short period of time, I got an opportunity to slowly grasp the concept. And before you knew it, I understood it.
So how much education is recommended before somebody turns their money over?
Absolutely. For me, I would say because we have a team atmosphere and we have a lot of people who care about helping others learn this skill, I would say basically just study the basic information. So for me, it took me probably about a week to learn the basic information because I was really intrigued on learning the skill of trading. I thought it was something that I would never, ever actually get. And the fact that I knew people were doing really well in the market, I wanted to learn and lean on other people who actually had a lot of experience in the market as far as trading. So what I did, I learned the basic information, what a pip is, just the terminologies, the lingo in trading, and then I leaned on, my leadership and other people to actually guide me on, any questions I had and that sort of thing. So
okay, but if I decide, because you guys talked about like an academy or something.
Sure.
It didn't take me a week to learn it.
It didn't take you a week to learn
No.
it? You more sharp than him, is that what you're saying?
It took me a few months.
Oh, it took you a few.
It took me a few months.
So you gave them how much money while you were learning for a few months, and how much? To get started.
Good question.
Oh, so
because I assume that
that's
I got to
good.
put their
No,
money in first
absolutely,
before you
that's a
start
great question. Yeah, that's a
training
great
them,
question.
right? Or can we just get a free class?
So there's a couple of things you look at. One, the education is going to cost you about $164 a month to learn the skill. So that part for me wasn't a thing because I knew I was operating in a $5.3 trillion industry, and they said you get to learn the skill to participate in the largest financial market in the world. So that wasn't anything to me. So I knew I needed to learn it. So it took me about 3 months to really understand the terminology. But during that time, I had a demo account. And a demo account is where you're practicing in a live market with play money so that you really understand what it is you're doing. Because I guarantee you, a demo account with play money is a whole lot different than a funded account to where you actually making a real trade. So
you got a question for you from Diane Withers Ellis. She said, well, since did you experience any great losses in the beginning as it took you so long to learn the basics?
All right, great question. With my demo account, I did absolutely outstanding because I had no fear of the market because it was not real money. Now, I did something different and unusual than most people. I started my trading account with $5,000. And I can tell you with trading that amount of money, it was easy for me not to be disciplined because I had a large amount of money, but I was still putting small amounts on my trade. So it didn't matter how much I won or lost on the trade. But as time went on, as I started to, dwindle down in the loss of some of the money, I started to focus more on the trading and focus more on the skill and not about the money and just really focus on the skill. Once I focused on the skill, then life really happened and it started happening real good and real fast. So I always recommend everyone to start their account with $200, no more than $500, because you really have to be disciplined with that amount of money because you don't have room for error.
Diane, did he answer your question? Let me know. Call in if you want. 301-429-9247. Did he ask you a question? Did you want to know, any great losses? He said he played like he was the king of Monopoly at first.
That was with the play money.
Okay, all right, okay.
So, yeah.
Question for you.
Sure, yeah. So I would say, yeah, I did in the beginning have great loss. I got my trading account up to $5,000. I started with $1,000. Obviously, I was really excited about the fact to be able to compound my account. What happened is that I actually saw other people making way more money than I did and got undisciplined and wanted to actually make a huge hit at one time, and I did experience blowing my whole account, okay? What happened is that, obviously, because I was gambling in the beginning, as I got a little bit more mature and actually start learning how to be disciplined, then I start to see, growth, and I gave myself a trading plan, okay? I said that what I'm going to do to compound my account, I'm going to do 3 successful trades a day. going to stick to that realm. I'm only going to do 10 pips per trade. Okay, and once you learn, obviously over a period of time, you'll understand what pips are. That's part of the education. But I'm only going to be in the market for a little bit of time. I'm going to do 3 successful trades a day, and I'm going to continue to do that every day to compound my
He
account.
said pips, not pimps. Okay.
PIP.
Glad it's not in the pimps.
Yeah.
Okay. Tina Rash is coming to us and asking, do you earn interest and can you pass it down to your kids for employment, or what does that look like?
Oh, that's to me, that's the best.
Get your Facebook so I can share your page.
Absolutely. This is the best thing you've actually said, because this is why I really
Diane said, I don't want to lose $20 at the casino, so y'all got to do some more convincing because she is not with us. But back to Tina's question. Diane, you funny girl.
Yeah. Absolutely. This is something that you could definitely pass down to your family and friends, and that's why it's really incredible, because it's an opportunity, just like to pass it along. Once you learn the skill, you can pass it to your family, friends, whoever the people you love. In fact, my daughter, who's 9 years old, is actually learning how to trade on her demo account now, and which is really, really awesome, because if I had known this a long time ago, I probably wouldn't be up here at the station now. I'd probably be owning the station.
I do not like Androids.
Oh,
Okay.
my goodness. Okay.
I don't like Androids.
While they're trying to fix that Android, I think
go.
everybody should be a iPhone carrier anyway. Maybe I shouldn't promote iPhone, but iPhones are incredible, easy access. But one of the things you talk about when you're trading, and is it hard? It's like Mr. Morris said, it's not hard. It's just new to most of us. We just didn't have access to this financial platform many years ago, because we really just kind of were taught down, from what our parents taught us, from what their parents taught them, to what their parents taught them. So we've really been taught to, really go to school, get an education, get a good job. But today, people are not staying on jobs as long as they were in the past. And there's a lot of things we can break down in terms of why it's so important. But one thing that I've been able to understand about trading is that they say it's 90% mental. And this is where it probably really clicked for me when it says 90% mental and it's 10% technique. And there's about 4 feelings that'll go with trading and understanding. And the first one is that the greed effect. The greed effect always sets in because the money moves so fast. You make money so fast, it's just incredible. So the greed effect is the number one thing that you experience, we say stay away from. Mm-hmm. And the number 2 thing, what they say, is revenge trading. Sometimes we get to that place to where we want to revenge trade. You get to a point that you say, you know what, I'm going to get the market back. And that third one is euphoria. You get like the most incredible feeling in the world when you win trades, when you have successful trades. It's a great feeling. And the last one that you experience is fear of the market. Because when you have a bad trade, you're scared to go back in. So if you really can understand those techniques in terms of just being disciplined and having patience and let the market come to you, you'll have a great deal of success in the trading.
Okay, Michelle Ford said, thank you so much for clearing that up, YGT. I don't want no parts of no pimps at all. I know that's right. Android users, I don't know what's going on with his phone, but I am not feeling it. I can't even get his watch party to start. So if y'all don't see his stuff, it's because of that. Call in and ask your questions on 301-429-9247. Now, you have a special, BAM is my acronym, but you have an acronym that's associated with you and your brand. And what is your acronym?
My acronym is it's a KAGA. A KAGA is AKAGA, which is the acronym for Always Keep a Good Attitude. And I think I adopted that philosophy back when I first became an entrepreneur, because I think everything comes down to attitude. Everything comes down to really having the perseverance of being able to overcome any adversity you have. So having a good attitude is important, and I adopted that concept over here by having a good attitude when I have a good trade, having a good attitude when I have a bad trade. But it's definitely the thing that really gives me the calmness to have patience and really stick to the game plan.
Okay, Ms. Andre Johnson said, what happens when the stock market crashes, period?
Okay, Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson, we're not trading stocks. It's only foreign currency. So the great thing about foreign currency is that no matter what happens in the world, money will always be sold. Money is buying and selling all day long. I mean, like you have a dollar bill in your pocket, you think it's worth $1. Today it might be worth 71 cents. Tomorrow it might be, worth 81 cents. So the dollar moves up and down all day. We just don't see that because we're not behind the scenes at the banks. but the money moves all the time. So if the market ever crashes in terms of stocks, then you got to look at the world currency on which market in the world is going down. So you take, for example, when they had the government shutdown a few months back, right? What was that, about 4 months back? So if you really think about it, in the first 2 months, people were struggling to figure out what they were going to do about finances. But we, on the other side, knew that the government shut down. So what do we know was going to happen to the dollar? We knew that the dollar value was going to go down. So when the dollar value went down, we traded the currency in retrospect to our dollar being weak. So here, it's all about the currency of the world. When things happen, special events happen in the world, with the trade agreements between China and the U.S. right now, we know that the dollar is going to fluctuate. So you look at what's happening over in London and the British, the U.K., the Switzerland, the British pound. So all these dollars, when events happen, then we know where to put the money, which pairs to pair up in order to trade.
Okay, we have a question from Council Member Jocelyn Rout, recently elected for the town of Bladensburg. Thank you for tuning in, ma'am.
Congratulations.
All right,
She has 2 questions for you, gentlemen. She said, first, in your opinion, what's the best industry to invest in? And second question is, what's the best country to invest in?
I'd probably go with industry. By far, I would say currency exchange industry.
She needs to make $2 out of 15 cents, she said.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, and it's going to happen. I will tell you every Monday. In fact, once I leave here, have a trade house every Monday from 7 to 9. Hampton Inn and Suites. It's 2901 Campus Way North in Atlanta, Maryland. So every Monday, if you want to come there, we actually take the average person who knows nothing about currency trading. Once they get started, they're able to actually come every Monday and learn the skill and get better and develop their skill. So I would say by far currency exchange industry.
What was the second part?
She said what country, I guess what country currency is the best currency to exchange?
I mean, that's very, very. I'm gonna let David answer this in a second too, because I know he's probably the master in what we call the London breakout session, and that's when the London market opens. So first off, this is a 24/5 market. It's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Correct.
So each currency, each country, time opens at 8 a.m. and they close at 5 p.m. So everywhere in the world, their time closes at 5. So by the time China overlaps with us, it becomes a 24/7, 5 days a week. So Saturday, Sunday, it's closed. Saturday, Sunday is closed, and it closed at 5 o'clock Friday. So the best currency to participate in, it depends on the world market and the movement of what's taking place in the country. So when the government shut down, our currency was very weak. So other countries pair their currency with ours in order to buy and sell it in those moments. So you can never determine which one is the best one to have, but Mr. Morris has probably been a master in understanding the London market better than some people that I've been in contact with. So
good, thanks. I would probably say every market in currency trading is the best market, just because all of them produce money, and that's the most important thing. You can trade the U.S. dollar versus the Japanese yen, U.S. dollar against the Asian session. All of them produce money as long as you know how to trade them. So it's no particular one.
Okay, so Jocelyn, I hope that answered your question there. You guys, I think that we wanted to explore, you've done other things in the industry of, this is considered as network marketing too as well.
Correct.
So what do you find to be different, or, because as you said, a lot of people think about this industry as scams, and people worry about, here you're asking people to trust you with showing you how to definitely throw their money away. So particularly to throw their money away. Like you said, $5,000 gone, no time, So what's
I didn't
the
throw that $5,000. That's just what I started with. I never took my account below $1,100.
You weren't disciplined with $5,000.
No, I wasn't disciplined with $5,000.
Can you give me $5,000? I can show you real good discipline.
No, I know you'll just be right there at the casino. No, I tell you what, I want to answer that one first, because I got to tell you, for me, when I became an entrepreneur and I understood leverage.
Jocelyn said you answered her question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. I'm glad we did, Jocelyn. Now, when I I work for a huge company, Abbott Laboratories. Worked for them for 16 years. The organization I worked in, we between the liaison between the FDA and regulatory affairs. It got extremely stressful in terms of the FDA and regulatory. So I found a mentor that said, you got to find something that's going to spit you off a residual income, and you got to find something that you like doing. You can't work for money. You got to work for passion. So once I understood that, I said, man, you're really good with people. You got to find something to do with people. See, you should be good in sales. So I went into a direct sale company and sold a couple of products, and they said, hey, all you got to do is get other people to do the exact same thing, then you get a small percentage. I didn't quite understand that until I got my first check. Then I really started to understand the industry, understanding that network marketing just cuts out all of the middle people. So now you have the ability to have a bigger paycheck because they're not paying all of the marketing, the advertising, all of that. So with that being said, I built groups of people that will buy into a product. But what I found out is everybody can't sell. And everybody's not good at recruiting. And no one wants to be told no. I had no problem with no because I understood the more no's I got, the more money I'd make. That's what I understood about sales and direct marketing and recruiting. Then once I got to the point where I got recognized for this event and I was pretty excited about it, but I looked around in my group, but none of them made the kind of money that I made. So I felt really responsible for everybody that joined this group. So time went on, and my passion for that went away because it wasn't about the money anymore. It was about who can I help. Now, when this came along, when I understood and saw, look, there are people that make way more money than people that are getting people in. So we're not focusing on getting people in. We're focusing on the education. So once you have the skill, it becomes transferable, number one. And number two, you don't need anyone. This business is probably designed for people who don't like people. So if you don't like people and you don't want to talk to people, this would be a good business for you because now you get to learn a skill that you don't have to talk to mama and daddy about getting in. You ain't got to talk to cousin and uncle about coming out to a presentation. You don't have to do that. You learn the skill, you get on your computer, you make a trade, you make money, and now your trading skills become the belief for everybody else to say, I want to go too. But most people get excited when they make money doing anything and they tell people. So trading, and you make it, and then you tell other people by default, you build a group. So, but we're not about building a group. We're about the education.
Okay, so are you saying that trading is easier to make money than any other type of direct sales job position or company you've been with?
100%.
Yeah,
Dave can answer that. 100%.
Well, mine's a little bit unconventional.
Ain't nothing easy if somebody doesn't have the discipline.
Sure.
You know, because that's one thing that I want to make sure. I don't care if it's indirect sales or anything else. Is I don't want people to ever sell a pot of gold to individuals because, like you said, discipline, spending your hours and things like that is nature. It doesn't make it any different. And to me, a no in your industry, when I lose some money, that's a no to me.
Sure.
Okay, so I think that it kind of can work both ways.
Sure.
So explain to me where you're coming from on that position.
Absolutely. So for me, I've done other network marketing opportunities before. I wasn't successful at all in any of them. I recruited people, and obviously I had numerous people in. But I would find out that because we were selling products and services, I didn't have the foresight to keeping them in because it was only about selling a product and service. Okay, this was the only network marketing opportunity I've ever been successful in, and the reason, just to piggyback on what Simon said, this opportunity is about either you want to come in and trade or you want to build a business. When I first came into this opportunity, I just wanted to trade, okay? And this industry was really, really encouraging just about that, just about learning the skill. Once I learned the skill, then I was interested in sharing the opportunity with others because I was excited because I was making money, okay? So this is the only opportunity I've ever been in as far as network marketing, MOM realm that I actually been successful in. So, I can only say that, since I'm able to trade really well, I'm able to actually teach others, which I'm passionate about. and in return, I'm doing well in the multi-level marketing app.
Okay, so then when it comes to, because again, I know everything, I don't care what kind of business you're in.
Sure.
It depends on the individual.
Absolutely.
You can take people to the water. You can't make them drink, just like they talk about the
Absolutely.
horse, okay?
Absolutely.
You can give people education. You can't make them apply the education that
Sure.
you're giving to them, okay? Because I keep it real.
Absolutely.
I keep it real. So tell me, what are you finding as your, if you want to call it, success rate, and when you're sharing it with other people, them actually seeing some results from
Sure.
this?
Let me answer that before him. My success rate is really high in this industry just because I've grown really passionate about helping others learn this skill. Okay, the reason why that is because I know if people learn this skill, it's another out from their job itself instead of working at a job making other people's dreams come true or other owners' dreams come true at the job, and learning the skill. So for me, I actually was in a situation where I did really well at the job. I thought it was the job for me, and actually got fired 2 years later, and so that was a really bad feeling. And so this actually helps people have options in life, and that's what I realized.
Well, I can tell you that the thing for me is that the success rate has really been. I got to tell you a story about the success rate. Now, first off, 80% of the entire company is a customer base. So that shows you that it's not about getting people. The second part of that, you have more people that are making money trading than you have people that are doing the business. Matter of fact, you have a way more higher rate of success of people trading than people building the business. Now, talking about what are people's chances of really doing it, and I really think it becomes your will to learn it or your will to study, your will to whatever obstacle you have in overcoming it. But I can tell you that I worked with two people right around the exact same time. And I shared it with someone that saw me from college and said, oh, man, I want to learn that, but the education was going to cost me $1,200. I said, well, over here, you can get it for $160, but you got to be a self-starter. Because the thing is, if you go and pay $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, and they give you a package to look at it, you're going to look at that package before you get in the car and on your way home and when you get home. But the mere fact that you're paying $164 for about a month, you'll say, oh, I started tomorrow or I start the next day. But what I found, the people that dive right into the academy immediately has a greater chance of success because now they engage in what they're spending money on.
Those are called unicorns, aren't they? I mean, really.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people that get into businesses, and they're very gung-ho from the start, but then their self-motivation. The bottom line is you got to try to teach. They got to be able to make some money immediately to create the retention for them to be around. That makes them. Eric Worre teaches when you go to network to his what is it? Lord.
Boot camp. Eric
The
Worre's
boot camp,
Yeah.
the boot camp. I was trying to think of I can't think the name is slipping my head right now. When he's at his boot camp, he talked about the average amount of money, some crazy low number. Don't quote me off the head, but maybe if you could teach a person how to make $20 in their first 30 days, they're more inclined to be around 6 months later on.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, but at the same time, with yours, you got to do the demo account. So what I'm hearing is that we got to do $164 a month. You were saying to get the education,
Right.
And to be safe, you got to play with the monopoly money like you did at first before you jump in. So that's what I'm saying. That self-motivated person that just stays in, it's hard to find those type of people.
I think we're more advanced now than
Yeah.
when I first got started. When I first got started, we had a lot of people all trying to figure it out.
Sure.
Thank to people like Mr. Morris here now. He's here, hands-on, getting us into a demo account within your first 72 hours and trying to have you in profit mode within that first week. So that's the plan now is demo account within your first 72 hours. Do a couple of demo trades till you set up your live account. Once that live account set up, you really have the ability to extract money right away. I had one guy out of Chicago, a good friend of mine, Tony Jordan that never wanted to do anything. He saw the trading platform. I told him who the owner was, Chris Terry. I said, hey, I've been following Chris Terry for years. So he joined and he made $477 his very same day because he already had a trading platform. So for those of you who already have a trading platform that can trade foreign currency, you have the ability to earn money a lot faster because you already have access to the platform.
Yeah, I would just piggyback on what you said. Yeah, it's a lot sooner now. In your first week or two, we want you trading, and that's the only way. And what I mean by that, we have a team in place, myself and other traders as well, where you're going to be in our Telegram group, which we say copy, paste, and profit while you're learning the skill. And I think that's an incredible opportunity, which I didn't have when I actually started. To be able to actually,
What does copy, paste, and profit
copy, paste, and
mean?
profit, which means myself and other people who understand the market, because someone, that comes in and maybe new and don't know anything about it, but along the way they're studying the education. We're actually the person who actually get them started, supposed to get their demo account set up, also their live account. So within the first week, or I would say we're going to say 72 hours, they'll be putting in trades in their demo account. And that first week or two, we want them to actually go live. But by going live, we want them to make sure they profit. So what they're going to be doing is copying trades we send through our Telegram group so we can make sure that everyone profits and gets the hang of actually putting orders in and seeing the money cash out. So you can gain more confidence in your trading.
Okay, that sounded kind of like an income claim there.
Well, I mean,
you're saying that by if you follow me and you copy paste and you do this, you're going to profit for you. That's like guaranteeing somebody money.
I would say, nothing's guaranteed. Right? Obviously, nothing's guaranteed, but we have more experience in the market where our success rates are really high. Obviously, anything is not 100% guaranteed, but I would say our success rates are really high.
Okay, I think that name is misleading. Copy,
Sure.
paste, and profit.
Sure.
So guys, we are going to break to a commercial, and we're going to see you guys on the flip side, okay? We're going to break to a commercial and see you on the flip side.
You spend a total of 3 years of your life on the toilet, with an unavoidable portion of that in a public restroom. Public restrooms are notoriously intimidating, often missing stuff you need the most. And let's not talk about the bacteria and germs, even if the restroom looks clean. Germs spread when you flush the toilet. There's contaminated toilet paper, germy sinks, and blow dryers. It's a jungle of germs in there. But sometimes you really have to go. So you have to do this, and 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 even this. And ladies, you're twice as likely to encounter harmful germs. You know you're going to have to go again. So protect your bottom with the Restroom Kit, a convenient and discreet package containing the most essential products to help you stay protected in an inadequate or unsanitary restroom. It's guaranteed to have what you need: toilet paper, tush wipe, hand wipe, and a patented oversized toilet seat cover, pre-sealed and individually wrapped for on-the-go convenience. Designed with your whole family in mind, the Restroom Kit works when you need it the most and gives you confidence and cleanliness wherever you go. Take the worry out of using a public restroom and protect your bottom with the Restroom Kit. Find us on Facebook or visit www.therestroomkit.com.
Operate, pilot, steer, control. No worries, everything will be alright. We're 5 minutes away. Critical. Beware. Open your eyes. Can't you see? Unexpected, unanticipated, unannounced, unforeseen. All in the blink of an eye. Lives changed forever. Caution. Pause. Driver distraction is responsible for more than 58% of teen crashes alone. More than half of road traffic deaths occur among adults between the ages of 18 and 44. In the last 6 months, there have been over 40 fatal crashes and 50 deaths. The cause? Distracted driving. Beware. Be aware. Your life is worth much more than a phone call, a drink, a text. Drive focused, sober, and safe.
I'm Aisha Braveboy, State's Attorney for Prince George's County. One life is too many to be lost to unsafe driving. So join us in our campaign. Drive focused, sober, and safe.
Hey guys, welcome back. So you got to see about protecting your bottom with the restroom kit, and then to follow up with Aisha Braveboy, State's Attorney, and her message about driving drunk. You guys know that we're coming into those holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, all that stuff. Please heed the warnings that were shared during the commercial break. Now, I'm going to tell you, Miss Johnson, I thought you was going to behave during this episode, but I went ahead and I almost choked. Miss Johnson said, those are two handsome and knowledgeable men. Sniff them, and I bet they smell good. I'm not going to sniff them for you, Miss Johnson. We won't be doing any sniffing today. That's one of my regulars. Yes.
Thank you, Miss Johnson.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
They got on soap and water, girl. They got on soap and water. Okay, so where we left off, because you guys wanted to come back and kind of explain a little bit more about the copy paid profit.
Sure.
You have it.
Yeah, sure. So our company itself has a platform where we do have software where it allows you to actually, the company educators who does really well trading, send you out trades. It's up to your discretion, obviously, to take the trade or not, but you can have that option. I generally focus on the skill. That's the whole bottom line. Focus on the skill so you can actually learn this skill and pass it along to others. But we do have an opportunity with the company where we do have copy and paste techniques and softwares that actually the company gives you.
Well, I think that's really important, because when I first started, I was a lazy guy and I wanted the easy route, and the easy route was a copy and paste. So the company is broken down in three major components. The first component is the IM Academy. The IM Academy is going to take you from A to Z, from a novice to a master, in terms of learning how to trade. It's going to teach you about support and resistance, what a stop loss is, what is a buy limit, a sell limit. It's going to teach you every single thing that you need to know about trading. The next component is what we call is a harmonic. It's a harmonic scanner that actually looks for harmonic patterns in the trade market. And once it captures a pattern that's been repeated a few times, it captures the pattern and shoots to you in your platform. Then it's going to tell you when to get in the trade, when to get out the trade, what profit to take, and really where to stop the bleeding. Oh, I don't want to lose that much more. I don't want to lose that. It gives you all of those indicating. And the last thing it gives you is what we call the Go Live. The Go Live is where you have access to over 100 educators. And those 100 educators are anywhere from 5-figure, 6-figure, even 7-figure earners, to where now they have a live session, and you can join in on a live session just like you're doing right now. Watch them and learn their skills and their techniques on how they trade in the market. And toward the end of that trade, they send you out the trades where you can copy and paste it into your platform. And that last one is what they call swipe trades. And that swipe trades is where the top leaders in the company find trades, shoots it to you via email or text message, and show you what their trade is. And you have the opportunity to either get in the trade or not take the trade. But for me, I was taking the trade, I was going profit, but I figured out if the company ever disappeared and I didn't learn the skill, I was back at square one. So learning the skill is important.
All right, Charlotte, North Carolina in the house. Miss Lynette, I know that you're going to have a question coming in. Thank you for checking in. Mr. Coleman said, Miss Johnson, you never let them down. You never let them down. Okay, my people, they are so funny in here. Okay, so, y'all still don't got me convinced. I'm still like the other, Diane. I'm not trying to just. I am leaving my 9 to 5 next year. But that's funny too, because even talking with all the financial advisors and stuff. Well, Miss Latasha, how much risk you want to have in investing your money? None. Now I got enough to make it until I get out of here. So none. It's like, okay, that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
So just tell me, is that quote getting ready to come in here? What's the success, the range for error? I can't think of the word I'm looking
Success
for.
rates.
I mean, with these swipes and all this other kind of stuff, how much? Because you're saying that it looks at the harmonic thing is checking it up and down.
So
what's the error?
I do know
margin?
there was a error margin. So I know on the harmonic scanner they did one person went out and did 900 trades from the harmonic scanner.
Okay, hold the harmonic scan. We're gonna stop playing the harmonica for right now. Hanging with your girl Tasha, who's calling, and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Lynette calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
I knew you was gonna call, and this is a money lady. She talk about gold all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They talking about
I love trading gold. I love trading gold.
Okay, so what questions do you have for our gentleman?
Yes, great show, great show. Of course, Tasha, you look fabulous as always.
Thank you, lady.
My question is to the gentleman. After you're doing all the trading and everything, what is your input on irrevocable trust and private foundation? I just wonder what your input is on that, because everybody gets all that money. You need to do something with it. So I want to know what your intake is on irrevocable trust, private foundation, and acquiring tangible assets. And I'll just wait to hear what y'all got to say. Have a good one. Great show.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I see you at the Adult Fun Weekend. I hear you're going to be coming in town. You know your girl Tasha speaking for 20 minutes on Sunday. Looking to see your face in the audience.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I've had some people that really talk about what to do with the money when they get it. And again, we've all figured out how to make money. We just haven't really figured out what to do with it. But what I found here is the large amount of people that make the large amount of money, they started putting their money in real estate and starting to put their money into private lien companies so that their money is more protected, and then doing LLCs so that your money really protects itself. There's a couple of things you think about when you look at trading, because inside your account and broker's account and how you pull your money out and how you pay yourself after you've had success is then when you really have to figure out what to do with it. Some people use a financial advisor. Some people use real estate. Some people start putting their money into oil and commodities. And they talk about the top five. They say if you don't have one of these in your portfolio, the top five, and the first one is real estate. The second one is oil, and the third one was commodities and agricultural and investment. So you really just probably want to have a financial advisor, or really sit down with someone that that you're close to say, what I really want to do with the large sums of money that I have.
So in part of the company being, so if you're teaching all these people how to make this kind of money, they have the success, that's not part of the education also to help them beyond making the money and not putting it back into exchanging?
No, I would probably say not. No, the company teaches you how to actually,
Why are you
make
smiling
money.
like that?
Well, I mean, that's just the truth. Yeah.
I mean, I would just think.
We're the truth is open book.
I think that's a part of some of the problems with
Absolutely.
a lot of the things is that people are not taught how to spend their money. Those people, those who do become those rare people, those one-hit wonders or whatever that really do make a lot of money. You hear a lot of the stories of, oh my God, I got to learn how to trust this industry again because I lost everything. It wasn't because of the industry you lost everything, it's because you weren't educated. So I think that presenting some type of education, even if it's not on a company level, but for you guys being leaders within your group or something, would you work to help people? You know what? Let's not just know about these exchanges. Let's go and learn it and get educated about how we can invest our money and to get it more secure, because you don't want to be exchanging all the time, right? I mean,
no, 100%.
You want to put that hat up someday.
Sure. Yeah. I would say for myself, Simon could probably answer this as well. A lot of people that come in, I actually give them my financial advisor who I deal with and tell them to go see him once they start making money. I think that would be the best thing I could do for them, since I saw success in the industry. And obviously, when it comes at you at once, you want to know what to do with it and what your next move is. And so for me, I think that's what I give to a lot of people to come in. Listen, I have a financial advisor. This is the number to my financial advisor. Call them and at least let them advise you whether you go with them or not.
And talk to two more at least, too. Speak to at least three different people.
Absolutely, yeah.
The other thing is that I know one of my friends out of Chicago,
Chicago.
he invests his money into flats. It was a 2-flat, 3-flat, or apartment buildings and condos. So that's just another way to really, put your money into place. And I know Chicago, it's a tough market out there in terms of the real estate in certain areas. So.
Yes, flats like places for people to live. That flat shoes lady.
Right.
They're like, what is the
two,
1 and 2
well,
and
two
3
flat,
quarters
three
of
flat.
flat?
Yeah, those are homes and how it's broke down in Chicago.
Okay, so tell me, being in this individually, how have you guys seen each of you change as individuals? If there has been any kind of growth or anything, what do you contribute to it? Because I know that when you learn to care about people, it makes you different.
Let me answer that first. Mm-hmm. Because
why you gotta answer it first?
Because I'm the youngest. No, because I'm the oldest. I'm
gonna let you answer first, only because you got orange, my favorite color, in that tie.
That's right. There you go. Right. Can they see this tie?
I'm not hating on Chicago, but every 5 minutes he ain't got to mention Chicago.
I only said Chicago
twice. Don't you come
twice,
at me talking about don't hate on Chicago.
So one of the things I can say, because I'm very new to this area. I mean, when I moved here, I only knew my daughter and one cousin. And so I really had to befriend people and get to know people. So I think it comes from me. It's not how much you know, it's about how much someone really want to invest in you. And being around Mr. Morris, he was I didn't know him, I just saw him from a distance, and he told me he'll help me. And I said, okay. He said, yeah, I help you, man, I help you. And I think words mean nothing to me. I need more action.
That's daggone right.
I mean, I need action. And then we connected. We got each other's phone number. Then we went to an event together. We got time to spend with him. He's super hilarious. I mean, but he has a real genuine heart. And how I've seen him change is his passion for people is unbelievable in terms of teaching them the skill. Now, sometimes I think for me, his passion is a little stronger because he looks at me like a little brother, but I'm much older than him. But because he knows more about trading than I do, he kind of slaps me on the wrist and makes sure I stay focused, make sure I stay committed to the process. And that shows me how much he cares about me and my future by really staying on me about being focused on the vision. So, being good friends with him now.
I saw him give him $50 before we came in the studio, guys. Go ahead.
Well, for me, guys,
it was a 20. That wasn't a 50.
I didn't have my eyeglasses on in. Go ahead.
I think for me, it taught me patience. Being in an industry like this, a people's business, and dealing with different sorts of personalities, patience was a big thing that I needed to have in this. And as things went along, I got more and more patient. And once I did that, I met a lot of great people in this industry. Simon, obviously, is one of the persons who we work closely together, and which I'm excited about, where we're going now and in the future as well, because we're teaching so many people another option besides a job. Secondly, I would say, more importantly with this, it showed me that there are more options than a job. I'm not knocking a job because we always have to have a job to pay these residual bills. But I do know that you have to have something else beyond a job nowadays. So that's the other thing that actually taught me, and I'm happy and grateful for that as well.
Okay, so let's make sure, because I don't know if I saw it pop up on the screen tonight. How do they get in contact with you gentlemen?
Absolutely. I'm David Morris. If you want to get in contact with me, you can hit me on my email, dmorris, MORRIS, 121280 @gmail.com. We have every Monday, if you're in the Maryland, D.C. area, every Monday at 7 o'clock, we have a trade house. It's at 2901 Campus Way North, and that's in Lanham, Maryland. Come on by. I'd love to meet you and share the opportunity with you as well.
Okay, best way to contact me would be via my email. That's SPAKAGA, which is Akaga, @gmail.com. Or you can reach me at 773-418-4661. And for those that are in Virginia, that's not 703, it's 773. That's a Chicago number. So 773-418-4661.
Lord Hammers, let me answer this call. Chicago again. Hang with your girl Tasha, who's calling, and where you calling from?
This is Jeanette calling back from Chicago. I had a question. Do they have any programs for maybe high school age kids? Do they do anything like that as far as a lot of times I see that they don't really teach money. They don't teach anything like that. Do y'all have anything that you're doing to go into the schools or something where the kids, or is there age limit? Because I think a lot of these kids now need, the adults already kind of know, but there's something, but I know that the kids are hungry for it.
Absolutely.
So do y'all have anything in now or in the near future that you can go into the schools or workshops or something for kids?
I think that's a great question. That's something that Simon and I have been talking about, and that we're more passionate about teaching the youth. I think that's an important thing. We're actually thinking about and trying to figure out a way we can actually accomplish that. I think from now until probably December, we'll have an answer for you. Once we'll have probably come back on another show to relay that information with a lot of people. But I think that's really, really important for the youth.
I appreciate that because it's a gap, and the kids are finding other means. If y'all are doing it that way, I say just go for it because those babies are hungry for it. And then again, take it back to parents and learn from them. So you're doing the whole circle all over again. So kudos to y'all and major luck and success with that.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. She must be from Chicago.
She is from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a different C. Thank you. CH. Okay, so we got your information. 12/12/80. What's that, your birthday?
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys know, in December the 12th, send me a present.
You get your girl Tasha on December the 10th before that, all right?
Oh, wow. Saz.
Anyway.
That's right. Saz.
Okay, guys. Well, I think that has been. Is there anything? What do you look for? What is it? If you want to say one last thing to the audience, go ahead and take a few minutes.
Guys, we look forward to helping each and every one of you guys. Just like we said, trading's not hard. It's just new to a lot of us. So get involved. This is another option. I'm away from a job. If for those of you guys who are close to your retirement age, come on over, see what it's about. If you like it, we'll be surely to show you exactly what it's all about and help you out along the way. Again, I did not give my number. My number is 240-688-2226. So you guys can contact me on that number.
Now you want to compete. What would you do differently now than you did a year ago if you came into the game now?
I definitely would take my time and learn the skill and not be so gung-ho about making the money. Because if you learn the skill, the money will come. Now I focus all my attention on learning the skill, and doggone it, that money be coming.
All right, guys. So there you are. End of another Hanging with Your Girl Tasha. See y'all next Monday at 5:30 p.m. Anybody that has, let me check my calendar in my head. Anybody that has daughters or women in your family, you want to tune into next Monday's show. Daughters or women in your family. I think that's everybody. Tune in next week with the information that'll be shared. Talk to you guys later. Peace. Bye.
Peace. Learn the skill.
Not in Chicago.
A sexy lady who walks around without being shady, who knows her values, who's gone through trials. Her smiles are captured from mouth to mouth. It's not the size of her thighs she worries about, but the pride she thrives to keep that drive. That cinnamon twist. That cinnamon twist.